We've been playing this clip all morning, so if you want to just go up and read them out, that's that. It's 8:40. Let's get Dave Dell'Isola from the Department of Labor on to the show. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. Sorry I'm a little late. I just ended a call.
It's good. So yeah. So
was that with the U.S. DOL?
No, actually with the software vendor.
Okay.
Okay. So
I think the next one will be either we have to schedule one with US DOL, a private one that's coming up in the next day or two or three. But yeah, the software is coming along great. Only holds up, and I hate to keep saying this, is US DOL providing us an application so that they can make sure that the application that is approved is mirrored into online software. And then once that's done, then we can start getting it installed, and we have to start the training process for the crew of people that we are trying to get on board too. But it will be able to be, you can apply with a phone, a tablet, a computer. It adjusts to any type of device that you have. And it will not, it's cloud-based, so it will not get clogged up. They are running it with hundreds of thousands of applicants in the states, and they're running it without any problems or log jams. So he said our 100,000 or so is nothing compared to what it's already been tested.
Mm-hmm.
So we just went through the banking module today, and how I'm making a call out, please, if you have a bank, get that banking information. That'll be quicker and easier to get your payments, because once we give the vendor the banking information, then the electronic transfer is going to happen fairly immediately. And if not, then the machine will crank out a check, and that check will be stamped and be mailed. So, it will be a day or two or three depending on the mail service. So get that banking information and, hopefully apply online. That is the fastest way that you will be approved and be paid, is applying online. And if you don't have that capability, don't worry. We will take an a manual application, but then that application will have to be uploaded online so that the full accountability and integrity is maintained.
Dave, I had a question here on the Facebook.
Sure.
If Guam businesses reopen before the unemployment assistance program is implemented, it also means employees will return to work. Does that mean employees returning to their jobs can no longer be eligible to apply for the pandemic unemployment assistance, or can they remain or continue to apply and report the weeks they were laid off or cut in hours and remain eligible for that program?
They can apply, and they are eligible for the time that they were either laid off or reduced hours. Right. That is below 345. So, and they will be retroed.
Right, Dave.
So please get back to work and get back to normal, and the money will come. It's just like I said, we're just waiting for these elements. And I was just on the conference call 2 days ago with the region. There are a lot of states. We're not as behind as I thought. There's a lot of states that are behind. They're, like I told you, again, they had a call out to what vendors, software vendors, because a lot of states can't handle this PUA. They're just not designed for this complicated program, and to add it in. So they're already calling out, and I'm recommending my vendor that we have, and there was another state that recommended the same vendor. So it kind of makes you feel a little better that they're not any farther ahead than we are.
Dave, I know that you were real careful about giving a timeline for the implementation of this program from when we get checks out, but I believe the governor in one of the press conferences this week had put out something that we were looking at, weeks. So, go ahead.
There are phases, and that's kind of the timelines that I gave her. So, the approve application, and getting that vetted, getting that installed, because once they give me the standard app, I need to customize it for Guam to make sure that it fits. And then that getting vetted and approved by both sides, USDOL and our side, and get that printed and get that out is what I'm hoping to meet that timeline, and we can shoot that out to everybody. So whether you apply online, manual, call-in, or walk-in, we're going to have various ways of applying that you would have that in your hands beforehand, and that you can actually see the information that you need and get help filling it out. We'll try to provide assistance just on how to fill out the application before we even actually accept it, so that you can make sure that you have a clean application. And that's what we're trying to target. But again, those elements are not in my hands to say that, but I'm just trying to give you an estimate. I push them every day for the application, and that's the first thing that I am pleading with USDOL to give me, is that approved application. So I'm hoping to get that out soon, and get it in my hands, and I can start working on it. It's very frustrating.
So
We're waiting for the feds for a change instead of us waiting to put something together. I got all the elements already standard. We just need I don't have the agreement yet on the FPOC. There's a lot of things. So
what can we do, Dave? Can we do anything? I mean, can we call the congressman, maybe stop playing with your cat, maybe get to work here?
Yes, we've already done that. We've reached out between the White House, the secretary. They are, and I don't mean to justify them. They are trying to do this for not only for us, but for the states and for everybody. Right. They're creating agreements, putting together a guideline books. They have the lawyers are writing up the FPUC agreement, and they're just standing. Everything is. It's been just over a month. No, not even a month. The 27th of March is when they signed and created this program, and it's a totally new program, and it was being, done for nationwide in all the territories, and the territories are slightly different than the states, so they're standing this whole thing up, and this is a $1 trillion program. I mean, and it's going to be $900 million just for Guam, or roughly, give or take, depending on what they approve. But the one thing I did say is that there won't be running out of money. It's a as needed appropriation. So if we stand up and we get whatever we get, if it's not enough, then they will put more, and we will get more until everybody gets what is needed. And that was what I was told.
Okay. So, yeah, Dave, I think people feel your frustration. And, I know you've been really careful about giving a timeline. So we just wanted to get you on and get that status. So people just keep getting all your docs together. And
businesses continue to
now
apply?
If you do have a minute,
or register.
I can go on one other question that I'm getting a lot, and those are the businesses. Some businesses, once this program kicks and they're getting 945, that their employees don't want to come back, or they may not want to come back. I will just have to say this: in order to qualify for my program, you have to be unemployed because of the COVID, and it has to be because like your business is closed or something like that. If your employer calls you back and you don't want to go back, then you automatically become unqualified from that period on. And if you're getting any other assistance, like the PPP program, if your employer gets that money and is paying you now, for your wages, then you don't qualify for my program. You can't be double dipping. You can't be getting other federal assistance and qualify for my program.
But can you
And,
be getting like SNAP benefits, Dave? Yeah, right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
that's separate. That's different. And we encourage everybody. Once you get laid off, you automatically qualify for those types of program and mine. And I do want to say that once this 39 weeks of the assistance runs out, then the assistance stops and you're unemployed, and then you have to go out and you're going to be with a large amount of people that don't have work. So don't be short-sighted. Take the work when it comes up, and then you have work continuing on and the benefits that are around the work. Don't wait and try to get my program and then you runs out, and then you're in the same boat with hundreds of people that are unemployed and trying to find work as the island is recovering.
How do you track that though? Like,
how do I? Well, every week with my program, you have to give a verification that you're not working, and that employer module that was what we're going to go over tomorrow with the software vendor to put the final touches on it. We have at 8:00 tomorrow. That will be the way that employers will log in their employee information of when they were furloughed or laid off or changes or reduced hours, and when they're ready to go back to work and they're ready to stand up their business, then they go in and enter that they're calling all these employees back in, and that's the date when they become not qualified for my program and they're supposed to go back to work.
okay.
So that's why I need that dual verification. I can't stress enough, and the USDOL, the one thing that they're stressing is the high integrity of the system for fraud. There is a lot of room that people can just try to get away with getting these money and take advantage, and when they shouldn't be. And I can't stress enough, if there will be auditing, they will be checking, and those who are supposed to get it and are honest, no problems. It's like filing your taxes. All those people that do it honestly, you have no problem. Those that are trying to beat the system or get money and are creating fraud on the way they're getting the documents, you could become not only eligible and have to pay back and be prosecuted from my side, but you could also lose all your food stamps, housing, whatever else that you get as federal. And these are feds that are going to come in.
Mm-hmm.
We are also going to be checking the integrity, but the feds will also come in and pull samples and look at cases.
Because they got the Inspector General has a big budget for this.
Oh yeah, they got $26 million just to look at the integrity of this system. And we are all trying to be creative and laxed at getting these people the money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to be laxed as much as possible in order to help those people, especially those self-employed people. And I just got to make sure that you be honest and the repercussions, because you have to certify what you're saying on this application is true and correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we've got to let you go. We're running out of time. I did have one other question. This vendor that you keep referring to, is this a local vendor, off-island vendor?
Everything
software?
is local. Everything is local. Except for the software. That's a huge company that does our Higher Guam system. Is the same vendor that does that, so that all these modules will all talk to each other. So when you are off of the assistance and you need a job, it'll move seamlessly all the information to our Higher Guam, and we can start helping you get retrained, re-educated, or look for a new job in the present occupation.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank
it.
you, guys.
Appreciate the
Take care.
update. God bless you and
All right.
Godspeed.
Thank you.
And wash your
Be
hands.
safe.
Be
Okay.
safe.
I will.
Okay.
Bye.
8:55 Guam's